Final countdown. That's a cool tune. Okay, so action. Uh, so you said you have a little bit of familiarity with Brazilian, and you checked out my video last night. This is kind of the way I tend to approach, you know, learning different idioms. And Dick Wilson would say that, as I mentioned. You don't learn to play the blues by going to a teacher and studying, and you don't learn to play jazz by going to a guidance, and you don't learn to play clave by going to a Cuban drummer and learning all. Although, of course, every time you take a lesson with someone really cool, it's a wonderful, beautiful thing. So I don't mean not to do that. But typically, you got to go to Cuba, interact with their women, drink what they're drinking, eat what they're drinking, and maybe some of the and hang out in the clubs, and maybe you'll start to learn how to play clave. And he suggested as important, is learning how to play the instrument instead of going and learning the beats that are associated with different idioms. Okay. So I approach studying in that way, typically. Okay, so, but there are little things I can give you within every idiom we'll get there. But right now, in that, I put something up last night that you watched, and we're talking about getting you involved in more improvisational music or in the direction of all things jazz, which would include Brazilian and clave. Yeah. Let's see. So I'm going to do this. Let's see if this works. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to share screen with you. And then I'm going to go where? I'm going to go here. Here. Okay. All right. So can you see that?
Yes.
Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. So just take it in. Okay, so I'm not sure you were able to catch. Stop sharing. How do I stop sharing? Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Okay. All right, so There's a lot of Spivack going on there, right? I don't know if you can see it. Right down to his exercise in 6/8 that I do on the cymbals. Only I'm playing them, I guess, as eighth notes in groups of 3. So we're not in 6/8. So, but I'm just taking that pattern. Okay? And then the pattern of don't make the mistake of calling it a Brazilian clave in front of the wrong people, because they're not going to be happy. You know, that's perhaps not the right terminology, but you know, we have 2/3 and 3/2 in clave. That's another idiom. Brazilian, we have the tumbao, which I'm playing on the bass drum, right? Which is batu, kaboom, batu, kaboom, batu, badoom. So that's the pattern that works for bossa novas and for sambas, because it's mimicking the serdo drum, right? And then the other thing that often most drummers don't really pay attention to is the length of the note. So it just goes bo-boom, 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 and that's good enough. The idea is it's supposed to go ba-doom, 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 short, long, ba-doom. So you want to be aware of those subtleties. You know, when you get the right guys over and start to play some Brazilian stuff. Now, there is this very typical pattern, which is a really good reason to go out and get the album Brazil 66. The last tune on the record, which is gorgeous, I can't think of the name of it. Chin, 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 chin. Chin 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 bing. And so there's that pattern. It's a 2-3-2 pattern. Dot 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 dot, and it's in the vocal. Da 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 chin 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 chin. So it's 2, 1 2 3, 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2. Now, do you know that? Has anyone ever explained that to you?
Not that particular clave, no, or whatever. The chin chin clave.
Okay, but you see, that's what you need to know, and that now you can play Brazilian music. It's that simple. Now there are different ways of incorporating how you're going to make that work. You can play that 3-2. That 2-3-2 pattern that you're playing with the cross stick. You can mimic that on the hi-hat. Chuck Silverman used to hang out with Chuck. He liked the idea of keeping the hi-hat separate and just up and down, not mimicking that pattern. There are no rules. And then I start to be creative with it. Right? Suddenly I'm on the, it's jazz. I'm just going to do this all night. Sorry, I can't do it. If someone wants to hire me to do that, but it's my gig, and we're hired to play some jazz, and that's where we can have some fun and be improvisational. And so there I am on cymbals and trading, and couldn't. So you want to have good peripheral awareness on the bandstand, so that when the drummer says, let's trade, you don't just go on, you actually, see? So you have to learn how to trade, which I can teach you. You don't need a book, right? You need one of those old cats that goes, I'll show you how to trade, right? It's going to explain it to you on the phone. So how would we learn that pattern and develop technique within the context of that pattern? Because that's what I'm doing. I'm using up and down motions. Essentially, my feet are moving. My right hand is moving in such a way, right? So that I'm playing that cross stick pattern. Tin, 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 tin. notice what I'm doing here. I'm playing in my right hand that pattern with the cross stick. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Don't play it. Just check it out. Don't play. I know you. Just chill out with me for a second. 10, 10, hear it? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, da da da. It starts again, you see? Or we can just keep this going. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Now, the upstroke is going to get the pattern of 3. So this will be together, and then as this is going up, you're playing, one hand is playing down, the other, if you were to play it this way, I went to my cymbal, and I'm used to doing it traditional, so not going to be quite as clean as I let it see, but so it's 10, 10, see? Now this hand is just going up and down. Chuck liked it because it sounded like a different instrument. It wasn't one drummer connected with himself. It's like there's another drummer going, just doing this. And then another drummer is going, right? Or we could go, chin, chin, don't play, 10, 10. Now I'm playing down, now I've broken it up. Chin, chin, now it's all in the now it's all in the right. We can play that way too. If we want to, I double it up at the end. I did this on the cymbals. 10, 10, 10, 10. Da, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just Murray Spivack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? It's that. And then I just use it to solo in a creative way, playing over the bar line, playing it as eighth notes, not eighth note, but however it's in 6/8, so you're playing to a dotted quarter. Suddenly I'm playing over straight eighths, but essentially just playing that very thing over the bar line. It's just groups of 3, so you're superimposing 3 over 4. Now you're playing jazz. See why jazz is so cool? Because it challenges you in really cool ways, and you can do it, right? So we don't need to be on a drum set to do this. Really, we need to have your hands working because the concept is a no-brainer. Come on, 10, 10, 10, 10, da 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 da, right? So, can you do that? How would we do that together? Let's see. Because now we have the opportunity to work on our technique and learn how to play Brazilian. So let's see. Let's just get the pattern together. Well, why don't you just take your stick and do this routine. Right? Right? Hey, look, you're turning your wrist. You're turning your wrist. Okay? It's a wrist turn. Okay, so now how would we do that? Can you so 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1 and a 2 and then maybe just think it. Let's see. Data 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Da do 2 2 1 2 3 4 1 2. It's like if we played it 1 and 2 and 3 and be a 2-bar pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. I'm going back and forth between Ciora, the tune I played. Go da go ba da da. Now listen, I don't need that. It's ba da da, bo da da da. See, I can sing the melody, which isn't this. Now chin chin is easier. because they're just singing this pattern. Chin, chin. Maybe it's easier to do that. And da 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 da, chin, 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 chin. I don't know how much singing you do. Right? You're getting it. So let's count it. 1 and 2 and 3. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You count that out loud?
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2.
It's going to be on the one and. Okay, here we go.
1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3. No. 1 and 2 and 3 and
4 and 1 and. They're all in the upbeat. See?
And
those are on the upbeat. The first two are on downbeats, and the last two will be on downbeat. Try it again.
1, 1, 2.
No, count the ands. The ands are the upbeat. You're going to need them. If you know you're going to need them, you count them at the beginning, even though you're not playing them.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and
3, 4. So the first two are on the numbers.
1,
The 3 are on the ands, and the last two are on the numbers.
And 1 and 2 and 3, 4. Okay.
And out loud, let me hear it.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4.
You got it, David. You got it. It's cool, right? Now, can you put your other hand with it, like you're playing? Like if you come out to my gig, can you sit in? Probably. In a minute.
You just want ace on this hand, then? Is that what you're saying? Put this to straight ace?
Well, that's what's happening. One is playing everything you're counting, and this hand is playing that grizzly pattern.
1 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3. No. 1 and 2 and 3. No. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Okay, David. Yeah, dude. Okay. So up until today, you really couldn't play a bossa nova. Now you kind of can. I don't know about your feet. That you haven't taken a flute lesson, but it's just boom. We won't get into the feet, but that's nothing. They're like automatic pilot for me. Okay, so now
it's exactly the same, but just to be fair to everybody watching, I actually work out every morning to clave. So
good.
Well, on my little treadmill, I got the whole note or the quarter going on one hand, and I got the clave going on the other. Not necessarily this particular one, obviously the more traditional one, but it did kind of help.
Well, this isn't clave. The clave is 3-2 or 2-3, and it's
yeah, but it still helped me counting through the
that's
box.
Good. That's great. That's what I mean. I'm not here to. Yeah, right. That's cool. Okay, so let's expand on this now. So now, if we were going to play that. So now I want you to do this. I'm making this up. Okay? So now we're going 1, let's see, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So can you do that with your right hand? Can you play up and down motions? No, you don't need that right now. Yeah, just your right. Now we're into Spivack.
Or you want to up and down?
Yeah, playing that pattern. So I want you to.
You want to play? You want me to play in the right hand the chin chin thing? Is that what you're saying?
Is that what we're going to call it, the chin chin?
Yeah.
Play the chin chin. Go ahead. My favorite. It's one of the happiest tunes in the world. It really is. One of my.
You want one and no, it'd be 1 and well, you'd probably want to start in 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2, no, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
Stop.
yeah. What do you want?
Right? Okay, so this is cool. So it'd be 1. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. No,
Want me to play through the whole thing in accent?
And 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and. Now this might be too much.
No, it makes more sense that way.
We're going to find out. So you're going to, it's going to 1 and 2 and so it's. Now we're playing it so slow you probably never play it this slowly, but so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and. Let's just get that much. 1 and 2 and 3 and. So that means there's going to be a down, an up, a down. So it's 1 and 2, and then two ups and 3 and. Think of the 2 ups depending on the speed.
1 and 2 and 3.
No.
1 and wait. All right. So yeah. 1. Yeah. Wait. 1 and no. 1 and 2. Yeah. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and yeah, no, and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 3 and 4.
Yeah, you got it. Now put the clave, not clave, put the chin on Ersatz rim. Okay? Yeah. Can you play that now? Counting out loud.
1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
Feels good to play, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You're playing a bossa nova.
Yay.
Now let's do this. Let's see if we can go. Let's see. Let's see. How would we do it? Okay, so let's do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3, 4, 1, 10, 10, 10. Right? So you do that. Count out loud.
Right. 1 and 2. Wait. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. 1. Chill. There we go. Yeah. And let's see. We got 1 and 2 and 3. No, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and almost.
Now, Dave, keep going. Keep going. You're getting it.
Yeah. And yeah. Okay. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and little hiccups in there. Almost there.
Okay, you're getting the idea though. Now, we haven't even really talked about how it is you're playing, but let me just say here.
Focusing way too much on counting right now, so I imagine my arms are kind of chickening out or something like that.
You're doing just fine. You see what's happening, right? Is that this is why Dave Wilson was.
I'm not leaving a damn bead down, I can tell you that.
You are to some extent, but we'll perfect it. But this is where Dick would say, Kevin, you just don't realize it, but most tremors play stiff and jerky. Now, here's an example where, right at the beginning, you were kind of pretty stiff and jerky, right? It didn't have a flow, right? And so what this technique does is it gives you the flow. See, what, you want to play all stiff and jerky? Dick Wilson. And so, so we start to develop a flow, right? So that we can start to learn how to make music through using these motions. They can go back and forth. They can go together, right? And we start to learn how to get things to flow. So it's not or ten, molar. Maybe there's other ways to do it, I guess. But this is a beautiful. This has a beautiful flow, right? This beautiful thing that gives you the opportunity to make notes on the way up and down. So you get this thing. Now you watch that video, and I'm sure many folks watch that video and go, "Oh, it's just a bossa nova. What's the big deal?" Because they don't see any of this. They don't hear it, right? And Dick Wilson would say, most other musicians don't even hear rhythm, drums at least. They're not hearing it, right? And most drummers don't hear drums. But once you start to hear this, when I hear on the radio a particular thing going on, I can tell, oh, that's Vinny, that's Carlos. I can hear it, right? Okay, so let's get a metronome setting. It's kind of starting to come along. The feet are just going 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. Is that what the feet are doing? Can you just show me that your legs can move that way? Just roll up on your ball of your foot and go 1 and count. Yeah, that's it. Just count. You don't need your sticks. I want to see that you could get that.
1 and.
So it's 1 and 2 and 3, and so the high is on 2 and 4. It's like 1 and 3. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
We're doing the bossa, right? 1 and 2. Wait, 1 and 2 and 3. Wait, you're doing and 1.
Yep.
So bounce, bounce, and 1.
3. And 1 and 3 get the bass drum.
Oh, okay, so yeah, you are okay. Traditional, got it. Okay, so it's 1, 1, 2, 1, 2.
You gotta count the ands. You need them.
1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1 and 2 and it's a 3 or and 3.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and.
For the second. Is it's and 3, so
yeah,
it's like
and 1,
not a 3. Okay.
You can start with the pickup. You could say and 1, or you can just start on 1 with 1 note.
And 1, right? So it's and yeah, so it is on the okay. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1, 2 and 3.
At some point, we'll get together and I'll work on your feet. But you got the idea, right? Conceptually, I don't know what your feet are doing. That doesn't matter right now. Okay? But see how we play.
I'll wear tap shoes next time.
Has a lot to do with either sounding professional or not so professional, I believe. Okay, so
I don't want to get too serious with my sound.
Well,
it just sound too stiff then.
When you get it, it's actually very childlike. So I don't know how serious a child is. Okay, so what are we doing? So I'm at 108. That's probably around 108 on C order. So that's probably too fast for you. Can you play up and down strokes in your right hand at that speed?
Wait, so
Da 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 da.
that's a quarter note?
Yeah, so Okay, now what you're going to do is, you've got not too bad. See, now you're thinking about music. You're not thinking about your hands. It's starting to kind of happen sort of normally, right? You just want to get this movement, this dance, and so you've got that. Now, you understand how to count this. You understand what that chin-chin pattern is. So to learn the technique and be able to incorporate it in this way, probably doing something like this would be good. Let's see. So we're just doing this. And then, because that's chin, chin, and then the other notes are going to be on the upbeat. So you're going to have to learn to go. Oh, no. See? See, I'm getting the up. They're moving backwards. Look how neat that looks. Looks like a machine. So you have to, because the 3 notes in the middle of that pattern, they're going to be on the upbeat. So now we're coordinating ups and downs. So first we're just going to play. So put your metronome on. This is not that fast, but maybe a little bit up there perhaps. Because Murray.
Where do you want me?
If we're typically playing 16th notes. Put the metronome on at 108. See, now we're making music with the Spivack technique. That's where this is going, and learning how to play Brazilian. Trying out loud. Okay, go for it.
Hey.
So you're just gonna play. You're gonna play down, up and down motions in the right, and the left is just gonna play the down with it. So they're gonna be moving together. Okay? Now add the left.
They need a, but this one's only playing the down, but they're not. So they're only moving together during the downbeat, or you mean they're
right?
Like this one's doing small motions and this one's doing throws. Is that
both throwing at the same time? So
they're both doing the same thing.
So one hand is going up and down, and the height and the volume of the right hand going up and down be the volume of your left hand playing with it. But then there'll be an upstroke in the right by itself. Fascinating, isn't it? No. You're making it. Look, watch. Just play up and down. Just play up and down motions in the right. You already have this.
Up and down motions in the right.
Yeah.
Let's try first.
Let's do that. Turning it. You got it up, down, down. Wait a minute. Wait. What do you have a set? If you're going to use a setting that has 2 different sounds, the high note seems to be the downbeat. Maybe I'm weird. To me, yeah. Okay, right. That. Now just add every time you make a throw with the left. Oh, you have to go throw, just like the right. Throw. Copy the motion. Throw, you got it. Throw. Make them the same. Throw. There you go. Come on, keep going. Keep it going. Throw. Why do you keep stopping?
I don't know. I feel like I want to just get that first little bit down, and then I feel like my left hand is can't quite keep up.
That's cool. Just try this.
I'm trying to get him involved.
We might have to slow it down, but just do this. Come on, make throws. Make throws. There you go. Now add an upstroke in the right. Tap. Feels good, doesn't it? do that before, dude. You know how to get fun, isn't it? So now you can play a tune. How many tunes is how are you going to play that tune? How are you playing that? All stiff and jerky. Moni, moni. I don't know what you were doing. How would you do it? Now it's nothing. Move that around the drums. You sound great on a rock gig. See what this does? Okay, so now you got that. Now let's add another layer. Okay, so we have, I'll use your metronome. So we have this. Right, so we're getting this. And then we're going to go. Can you do that? Can you play the downstroke in the left as the right is coming up? You might have to slow it down, but sometimes just going for it. Because so far you're doing great.
I mean, essentially that's just closing the flam. So.
All right. I don't think of it as closing the flam. It's a thickening of the note. So
yeah. So I'm closing it down. I'm shutting her down and playing a
you're
flat.
Doing all right. You want to conceptualize it that way.
I mean, like what you're doing with the up and down at the same time. You're doing like the same
right
stroke order.
Well, okay. You see, all these things are going to start
just
to blend.
Pointing out that now, if you just pretend like, I think they call it crushing the flam. If you crush the flam till it's flat, so that you got a unison. I mean, but then you got your up and your down at the same time.
However you want to conceptualize it, that's just all talk.
It is all talk. Let's see what I can do.
Everyone's got stuff they say, but can you do it? Where's the proof?
I'm trying to chew some gum here, so come on, man.
Yeah.
Let's go. So that one.
Okay. Maybe I'll get it. Let's see what happens.
What the hell's going on? No. Let's start with that.
Oh, it's got to be an up and down. Come on. Almost. Okay, try getting it this way, David. I'll use the same kind of approach I did to help you get it the other way. Remember what I had you do to get it? Just having the left hand join the right in the down. So first I just had you go like, what did I have you do? Let me see. How would that work? Oh, maybe that won't work. I was going to reverse engineer something here. Let's see. So if we had this. Oh yeah, so I'll reverse engineer it this way. Can you do that? Now turn get it right. You'll have it.
Oh, did you say do it the right? Turn into a wrist stroke? That's a little loud for me.
So it's I'm just adding an upstroke. So get it alternating throws with alternating throws. Tap, tap, right, left, throw. The upstroke in the right. The upstroke in the right.
Yeah, try to do this one at twice the speed, right? Yeah, so. Start
with the throws. Your left has just gotten all stiff and jerky. Come on, alternating throws. Throw, 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 throw. Come on, throw, 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 throw. Just go for it. Now the right hand is doing is going right up, right down, up, down, up. No, keep throwing. Keep throwing. You gotta throw in the left. You gotta throw. Come on, alternate them. Don't put one alone, one ain't cutting it. Sure, you can. No, you gotta throw in the left. You gotta throw. Break your wrist. Pronate. Gooseneck. We have to slow it down. We will. All you have to do is add the upstroke. You're already down there. All you have to do is touch. Freaking you out.
I just want to speed up with both hands.
Hold on. So let's see if there's another way to get it. What if you did this? What? Hold on. Let's see. Yeah. So just do this. You're gonna throw in the left. You're gonna throw in the left and make an upstroke in the right. No, just the upstroke, and you can wait. Remediate. Do it again. Throw in the left, upstroke in the right. And now a downstroke in the right. Now throw in the left with an upstroke in the right. Up, and a downstroke in the right. You got it. Down. Do it again. Do it again. Now you have to throw for the upstroke. You have to throw in the left when you do it, make your upstroke. You have to throw in the left. You have to throw as you make your stroke. There you go. Down. Do it again. Throw in the left. You don't throw in the left. It ain't it. You have to throw in the left. You have to break your wrist. There you go. Yeah, they're going opposite. See how they go opposite?
Throw in the left. So yeah.
And with an up in the right. And do it again. You have to keep throwing in the left. Do it again.
Left throw. Right. What am I doing? Right. Right is up. Okay. Yeah. Right. So throw. Down.
Down. Do it again.
Throw.
No. Left throws while the right goes up. And then the right makes a throw.
Throw. Down.
Throw. Do it again.
Throw. Down.
You have to throw in the left. You have to feel that kind of like you're splitting your mind in some ways.
Throw. Throw down.
Do it again. Throw. And so if the metronome is at 108, we could slow it down. We could play half speed. Throw. Let's see. How are we doing that? Watch. Watch. So now the metronome is playing eighth notes, and we're playing on every other eighth note. So it's right. So it's half speed. So it's not. Well, what is it? It's not that. Now it's half the speed.
Wait.
So so it's slower. Up. Do it again. You just have to keep doing it over and over. You have to throw every time. Throw again. Come on. Want to play at half that speed?
Nope.
There it is. The left has to keep raising and throwing. It just raises and throws. Raises and throws. Raises and there it is. There it is. Raise and throw in the left. Raise and throw. The right goes raise and throw. Come on. You got it. You're almost there.
Raise and throw. Throw the raisins. Throw the raisins.
You raise it, you left. You would have to do it even slower. Let 4 clicks go by. Click, click, click. Oh, let's see. So how would you do that? Slow down. Where?
No. Yeah. Yeah.
So, one and two. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. So it's you let 1 and 2. So you're playing every other eighth note if the metronome is an eighth note.
1
No, has to throw every time. All the left is doing is throwing. Has to throw, just throws. No, it doesn't make any upstroke.
One. Just like a flam. All right. So yeah. So one.
There you go. Do it again. Oh, left has to throw. So this is going to be a work in progress for you. This is where, when the camera's off, and you can.
When the camera's off, I'll have it in 5 minutes.
In the privacy of your own space. So, and you should be able to do that both ways, right? Let's do one more thing. Let's add one more thing. Okay, so we found 3 different speeds for that exercise because that one kind of mucked you up, right? So you can't, David, turn off your metronome for a second. You're at the point where you don't have the knowledge or the chops yet to coordinate the timing of being able to play this. This. Okay, you just can't do that. So you're not going to be able to chin and keep this one going separately. You won't be able to do that, which is okay. So that's why we're not going to have you do. You're just going to get the coordination, right, of playing up and down in either the right or the left. While the other hand, you got playing down together, but the other hand can't make a throw as this hand goes up, or vice versa. So you'll just work on that coordination, okay? So let's give you one more thing within the context of this. Let's see. Don't play. Can you do that? 10, 10, 10, 10. 10, 10, 10, 10. Because it should go faster. Don't play. Chin, chin, and I did this in my solo for the day. Okay. So we're going 10, 10, yes, you're just going to play that pattern. 108.
So you're just going hand to hand. Is that what's going on? Hand to hand, and then you're accenting the correct thing, but then because you're going hand to hand, it goes over here.
See,
that what you're.
So what's happening is, if you were to now play it alternating right left.
Yeah.
The throws. Now where does everything land? It goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and it's just the same thing. Yeah. It's just now that the left hand is playing on the and, so it's going to play the accent.
Yeah.
So good, you got it.
That's what we're doing, though, right?
That's what we're doing.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Right. So if I could count, and that would help out things.
You
so
need metronome, and that was good. You busted yourself because it helps. You see, it actually helps. So do it without the metronome for a second. Just count it.
So 1 and 2 and 3 and yeah. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4.
Stop. You're proving Dick right. Your left is all stiff and jerky. Your right's coming along. You got to throw.
Throw.
The left will throw. We're using throws for the accents. Spivack with upstrokes to get a smooth transition up to the accent from the lower notes. Go for it.
So ba ba doo ba doo boo. 1, no. 1 and 2 and no.
Where's
1,
your stroke?
2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1.
You gotta find the up. Where's the up? No, slow down. Where will it be in your counting? I don't know either. I have to play and count it.
For my left hand, when it's going up, it's going to be the last and. So that's the and of 2, right?
2 and 1 and good.
Yeah.
1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2. So 2 will get the up the other way. Want to know where that is? You just played it naturally. Go for it. Count out loud.
So 1 and 2 and no 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
no, it starts again.
But yeah.
It just keeps going. Now, how about going the other way?
Start with left.
That works. Yeah. I like it this way better. I'm more used to do. See, now you can start to improvise. So there it is, with traditional. Yeah, I'm working on my left. I want to. Let's see. There it is. Chin, chin, tin, tin. There it is. See, so I'm working on it too. Really perfecting it, right? Don't want to be stiff and jerky. Body should move in a certain way. You feel it when it's right. Go ahead. 108, starting left. Throw for them. Don't forget the throw. Or you're playing using some other technique. Or you're using this technique without the throws. Left, left. We're starting left. No, go give me the molar.
I had to think really hard about it too, and it's wrong. But I still had to really think. Like, what? How do they? What they? It's like those gymnasts at the beginning of the line when they're doing the marching bands.
Yeah.
So anyway, one. Oh yeah. Oh. I'm 1, 2, and 2, and 3, and 4, and.
Oh, no, start again and left. Just keeps reiterating that same pattern.
Yep.
Throw.
1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and
throw. You have it.
2 and 3.
There it is. Don't play it. Play it once through for me.
1, 2.
Don't forget
1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Ah. 1 and 2 and 4. Ah. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. No.
Oh,
No. And 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and no, I did an extra. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and
yes, stop. That's it.
I went back to the 1 all of a sudden on my right, I think. But anyway, closer.
But that you got through the pattern and played it properly?
I'll have it by the end of tomorrow.
Well, I know you will. And sometimes the gig is when you do it right, you stop for a minute because your body needs a moment to take that in. Right? You give your body a moment to marinate in your success. You don't just go along and do it wrong a few times. You just stop for a second, say, oh yeah, right? And that puts the, I don't know, that's the way we cure the engram we've just created, right? We want that engram that's correct to stay in just that shape, right? We're changing you just changed the shape of your brain, right? That's actually what happened. That's what that is an engram. And so that's what we're doing. We're creating these shapes that are correct. The brain is actually, which is why the brain dimples as we get older, hopefully, to create more surface space. You're in big trouble if, as you get older, your brain doesn't continue to dimple. That's not what we want. So, good job.
Right out. Put that Botox in it.
Turn it. That's interesting.